Welcome back, everyone. We are very pleased to show you a little overview of what spring has looked like in the mountains. So lots of rain, some hail, some fog, some strong wind, and finally some sun. And as the temperature is warming up, we've been enjoying just spending more time outside, and putting our skin under the rays of the sun feels very good. It feels rejuvenating and very energizing. We still need to light up the wood stove every morning because it gets cooler at night, which feels good for sleeping. But then as we wake up, we kind of want to just warm up the house a little bit so it's cozy and just comfortable. And we fetch all our wood on our land, so we have an endless amount. When we are missing some, we just go cut more dead standing trees, and it gives us an infinite amount of wood for the winter, for spring, for as long as we will need it. And probably for the 6th time this year, we got the visit of this beautiful friend that we almost adopted as a pet because she comes so regularly and she loves to perch. She's a lonely turkey, so she loves to be perched on our ram because it's probably safe for her. She has a view of the entire landscape around, and so a couple of mornings we woke up with that turkey on our second floor balcony, which is very surprising because you don't expect that. But oh, it's so beautiful though. It just feels, again, when nature comes and say hello, we just welcome it and we're happy. Spring brings some treasure, and morel mushroom is one of them. And to be honest, it's the first time that we ever find them. We've been looking for them for years now, but we're never able to find out where they were growing. And we actually found those in the forest behind our home. It was a very exciting moment. We were able to pick half a pound that day. We brought them home, and at night we made a very delicious vegan creamy pasta with them, and it was such a delight. After a long winter heating with wood, it was time for a good spring cleaning. Our home breathes pretty well, if I can say. It's a log cabin, so there are cracks between the logs which push dust inside, so it's sometimes hard to keep up. But with the spring coming and the windows being open, we just thought that it was time to just do a deep clean and get some refreshing and renewal in the house.
taking my time as the sun it shines on me and everyone that has come to find this world is cruel, but there's nothing new. Living in the moment is the only truth. Well, let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Well, let's go slow. Salted towns are where I'd rather be. They give me love and they set me free. The ocean's tides can't live without the moon. And darling, the same goes for me and you. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Now. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth. Let's go slow. Living in the moment is the only truth.
My sweetest love. Wink, wink, kind of. And you're pretty much stuck with me forever. Yes, I hope so.
Ooh, what is that?
A free pass for Mandolin and Session. I knew that was coming. I can't tell you.
You're doing this.
Once done, it's over. Card will be burned. Nice. I can pull the card whenever, right?
This one I hesitated until the last second. I said, okay, I'm gonna give him one.
Your dream.
This card might disappear
Finally.
mysteriously.
Beautiful and creative. Thank you. Very sweet pie.
One interesting thing about living in the mountains is that if you go lower in altitude, so sometimes we have to do errands in town in the valley, then you probably gain 10 to 20 Fahrenheit degrees of difference. It's warmer than what we have up there. So it means that nature is also 2 to 3 weeks ahead of our time, which means that we discover plants that are already grown that are not blossoming at all yet where we are. So it's always very exciting to see what's there, what we can bring home. So it's spring. it's definitely there. We're almost at the beginning of the summer there. And spring brought lots of friends and action around here. So we had people coming to camp in our driveway for a couple of days. So they're friends with their kids, and we also had a friend from Canada who came to visit for 1 week. So we didn't film at all during this entire time, but we did like Rocky Mountain National Parks, and we went to all these amazing hikes where you still have glaciers, you still have some snow at some elevation right now. So here, of course, it's gone. We still get hail regularly because that's mountain living. That's just how it is. It's like this all summer. You get hail at least almost every 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. There's a good rain with pretty hail. Often. So spring has been busy actually, and it's been good just to awaken this energy because winter brings lots of slow moments. Also, where we live, there's a road that leads to the top of the mountain, which is one of the steepest in the country. So it's extremely curvy and it can be dangerous during winter time. It has to be very nice weather for us to be able to go down the mountain, right?
Our road is like a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, the first year I was feeling sick every time we were going to town. It's not because you drive fast. So one thing we love to do when it's springtime, and it's still kind of cool here in the mountains, if we go down in the valley, sometimes we have errands to do, grocery to get, but because it's, 3,000 feet lower in altitude?
2,500 feet lower.
Yeah. So when we go to town, it's much warmer, like normally 15 to 20 degree Fahrenheit warmer, which means that nature is always ahead of us. So when we want to get like big haul of food, we actually go to town and there's some wild parks where we can go where there's no pesticides. So we always come back with bags of greens that haven't blossomed yet here because we are in a cooler environment. And sometimes it's also because the vegetation is different. It gives like an early summer feeling.
Wild greens and wild asparagus,
yep.
Wild onions.
Yeah, we have
lots of dandelion, lots of dock.
Yep, duck leaf, shikari.
Yep, lots of chicory.
Found some mint.
Yep.
Like all kinds of mustard also, mustard greens and mustard flowers. And yeah, it's been abundant, like pounds and pounds and pounds.
Yep. Of greens. Yeah.
Yeah, we could bring 15 pounds at a time of different kinds of greens, so greens and flowers and stuff like that. So having friends coming over during spring was nice, and yeah, just to show our
celebrating
environment
my birthday.
Also. Yeah, Travis' birthday. Yeah.
We went to see a concert for my birthday, and that was a lot of fun. Went with quite a few different friends. Emily made me my favorite Indian food for my birthday, and that was super delicious.
What is it?
Vegetable korma.
No, we love our Indian food. Abundance would be a good summarization of what spring has been. Abundance of friends, abundance of community, abundance of joy, abundance of foraging and good food.
Abundance of celebration.
Yeah, abundance of celebration and abundance of beauty.
That's it. Say so.
For the Memorial Day weekend, we had friends coming over to camp in our yard with their kids, and we were very enthusiastic to show them one of our favorite spots down our property. So one of these days, we went for a walk and we startled a young baby moose, which ran off in the forest.
I want to help you, buddy. I don't know what I can do.
Hearing her crying, we quickly realized that she was in a very bad situation. You know, our area of the forest is covered with old rusty barbed wire that from the mid-1850s from old mining settlements. So these wires are all over the forest, grown deeply into the trees, and this poor baby moose had become entangled in them. So we tried to help her for an hour and a half. We tried to use ropes and levers, knowing that we had to be very careful not to get hit by her legs. We called the Forest Service so they could come and do something. But being a holiday weekend, there was no one from Forest Service that was available to come and assist us. And unfortunately, after all of our efforts, she didn't make it. While we did everything we could to help her, our friend and her 2 children constructed a beautiful sunshine memorial for the moose. But it was a very sad moment for all of us. We went back to the site a couple of days later just to inspect it, and we were actually very happy to see that the animal kingdom had taken care of it. And I guess this is the cycles of life.